Atlas, in the hot seat tonight.
And Atlas.
Goes by the name of Atlas the Bookkeeper. How you feeling, my friend?
So Opponent 101 did a $5.65 tip. Let's get him up on the leaderboard.
All right, so this is it. This is his villain monologue about detractors. This is insanity. Is the only right word I can really use to describe this. This is lock yourself up in a padded room because you've legitimately lost the plot kind of thing. This is like 100% certifiable. They would lock your ass up because of your talking crazy bullshit that's like not even true. Like even in a multi-universe with like millions of different parallel realities, none of this would ever happen. No reality in any reality would this ever be real.
And he says the following. The saddest thing about the whole scammer situation, if there was no negative stigma attached to you because of your longtime stalkers and detractors,
wait, what scammer
people would listen
situation?
to you more, and you'd have helped a lot more people, maybe other content creators, to avoid the situation. Yeah, this is what people don't realize is, oh, the memes, the jokes, the lulls, right? So what you did is for a decade, you made DSP the butt of your joke. And when you did that, you destroyed my ability to ever help anyone on the internet because
I'm going to be saying this throughout the next 13 minutes or whatever, however long this video is. DSP made DSP the joke of the internet. No one else randomly fucking picked DSP to be a lolcow. DSP himself made himself a lolcow. Philip Burnell made Philip Burnell a lolcow. You can't just randomly pick someone online and like, that guy, that's the fucking clown from now on. That's not how any of this shit works, Phil. You make yourself a lolcow by your own dumbass actions, your retarded choices, your inability to understand and laugh at yourself. All these things that you have done, including fapping online, have made you a lolcow. No one else did.
no one takes me seriously, right? Now, to some extent this year that did change, okay? And I'm happy for that. Really, I am. Like, I'm happy that now there are some people who listen.
It didn't change.
And,
who?
You know.
Who originally thought that you were a lolcow and now they're willing to actually listen to you and they actually think that you've changed? Can you tell me who did that, Phil? Because as far as I know, no one has changed their mind about you.
It's I got a little bit of clout back, at least, okay? But when you make someone the laughing stock of the internet and you run with memes and you just make them a living meme even though they have nothing to fucking do with it, that's what happens.
They had nothing to do with it. They had nothing. Phil had nothing at all to do about being a lolcow. You guys just placed that mantle upon his gouty fucking greasy hair. Like, no. Oh my gosh. I had nothing to do with this, guys.
Before all that happened, I used to be someone who could make a video about an impending law or bill that was going to be passed in the United States that could...
Oh my god, though. He's really clinging to this SOPA Pippa bill. He was not the only motherfucker talking about that bill. You go back in time, you look, he was not the only YouTuber talking about that bill. He is not the reason that bill did not pass. This is delusions of grandeur. 100% delusions of grandeur here.
Could very negatively affect a ton of people, and people would listen. I made that bill about SOPA, PIPA, S.978, all that shit back in the day, over 10 years ago. Those videos got hundreds of thousands of views and got people talking about the subject.
No, not really. Okay, maybe it made some decent views, but you're not the reason everyone was talking about it. You were not the only person talking about it either. There were way bigger YouTubers than you out there at that time talking about it, Phil.
They got more people informed and involved and active in our government and to stop it, and none of that shit passed. And then
because
all of a sudden,
of me, because of Ree. This is so insane.
Phil's a joke because this is how you don't play. Because of this reason or that reason. It's like, you pathetic fucking excuses for humans. Allow me to repeat myself.
Okay. Oh, I gotta wait. You gotta wait 15 seconds for him to actually pull it up.
You pathetic fucking excuses for humans who thought that it was in everyone's best interest to try to make someone a living joke for a decade, who used
to try to make someone a living joke. No one did that, sir. You did that. You have done that yourself. Insert that. Maybe I should pull that up. Hold on a second. Maybe I should. I don't think anyone's gonna have just that clip alone though, and I wasn't prepared. Is that actually a small clip?
You have done that yourself.
That's it. That's right there. I'm gonna have to like have this on fucking repeat a billion times, but wait, no, I didn't want to do that shit.
actually try to go out of their way to help people. But it's, you know, as long as everyone can laugh at this meme that they recognize, that's cool.
I'm pretty sure that This Is How You Don't Play started from Evil AJ because you pissed him off because you banned him erroneously for some bullshit reason or another. And he was pissed off at you, so he made a This Is How You Don't Play. Because you were terrible at video games, and you still are terrible at video games. And then people continue to look further into you, and they realize, oh, it's not just him being terrible at video games, he's an asshole too.
Forget about the fact that, you know, I've been around for 16 years, I'm well-informed on internet.
No, you're not. Bro, you're not.
Gaming, YouTube issues.
No, you're not.
Definitely give informed takes.
Wrong. You're wrong.
And things like that.
Informed takes, my brother in Christ. Informed takes. He still doesn't know how YouTube works to this day. He doesn't understand video games, doesn't like video games, still blames game devs for the stupidest, smallest things. Informed takes, though, huh? His takes are so delusional and wrong and just fucking insane. Like, even if he's talking about the most mundane, boring thing, his takes will be just insane out there. Like, what? What does that have to do with fucking anything? And you being online for 16 years doesn't mean shit when you don't learn from anything. He's never learned from any of his mistakes that he's ever done. All the mistakes that he's made, he has not learned from. And again, like I said, he still doesn't understand how YouTube works. He doesn't even understand how OBS works half the fucking time still. What are you talking about?
No, who cares about that, right? No. Instead, we have to laugh today collectively at something like a bunch of brain-dead cows.
Yeah, because the entirety of the internet is just a fucking... It's just some kind of cult. It's sheep herd-like mentality. The entirety of the internet never thinks for themselves and always just goes, well, everyone else is laughing at him, so I gotta laugh at him. Yeah, the entirety of the internet, every single fucking netizen out there that is using the internet, listening to this, watching YouTube videos, they all act and behave that way. Right, Phil. That's exactly how it works.
Sheep have to have this herd-like mentality of just dunce-level intelligence. So let's just degrade DSP.
Yeah, because we randomly like threw a dart at all these YouTubers that were out there at the time. Randomly threw a dart and it just landed on the most fucking jokerish fucking person there is. The biggest fucking joke already at the time. And we just happened to be lucky and threw it at him. And we decided to make him into a laughing stock. He didn't do that. All his bullshit, bad, delusional takes, random coping, out of control narcissism. He didn't do any of that. We did that. Okay.
Even though he has stuff to say that could help people. Ignore.
No, like what? You have nothing that you can say that will help anyone. The only way DSP could help someone is if he did some kind of charity. You know, that thing that detractors do all the fucking time? Detractors have donated like thousands and thousands of dollars towards different charities to help people, to help kids. Has DSP ever done that? No, he'll give you a million excuses as to why he can't fucking donate to charity. The trolls, oh, I'm Catholic. Aside from him possibly donating something to charity, which he's never done, he has no way to help anyone. He just doesn't. Because he never knows how to do this. He never knows how to do that. He always has to have his chat help him do A, B, or C. It's never him helping someone else do A, B, and C. Or be like, hey, Phil, how do you do this? And Phil will be like, well, you go here and you do this, and that's how you do that. Okay, thanks, Phil. Thanks for teaching me how to do that. No, he doesn't do that. He'll say, oh, I don't know. Go look on fucking Google. Go look on YouTube. I'm not a fucking teacher. Nothing he says ever has or will or could have helped anyone.
For all of it, because, you know, he's a joke, right? No,
you are a
fuck
fucking
you.
joke.
You
No, fuck
really
you.
mouth-drooling fucking morons.
Oh, look
because for
who's
a greater part
talking.
of a decade,
I want to just hold a mirror up to his camera right now and be like, look at yourself and say all this, because he is literally projecting everything about himself to you, but really like he's talking to himself. It's like his subconscious is somehow sneaking out and talking all of this to himself, basically.
you're the ones who degraded human existence and fried everyone's fucking
Human
brain cells
existence. I'm not even sure you're human still, Phil.
with your idiotic, just trivial shit. It's just so trivial.
Trivial.
Nonsensical garbage. But you got your lols, you got your laugh.
You got the lulz. We did it for the lulz. What was that? What? Let me see if I can find it. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm not sure if this is copyright or. I guess I can't find it. It was this really lame fucking horror movie called Smiley, I think. And like basically the whole reason why they were doing terrorizing people and killing people was for the lulz, and like it's really cringy and had a lot of fucking like YouTubers at the time who was famous at the time. Really fucking cringy shit.
Right? You made a buck on the internet, right?
For the
Yeah, and now we're all
lulz.
dumb.
Fuck on the internet. Like again, most detractors weren't making that much money.
Now look at the fucking world, right? Look
Look. I'm sorry. I'm gonna lose my voice at this. Holy shit. See, you guys, this is like a butterfly effect, right? Oh, you stepped on a butterfly in the past. You laughed at DSP in the past. And now look at the world. Trump is president again. We're this close to World War III. Prices have gone up insanely. No one can afford to eat. This is all your fault because you laughed at DSPGaming 10 years ago, 15 years ago. His legacy. You laughed at him. You laughed at this poor, defenseless Pigroach when he was beating his meat on camera. And then he's like, oh, the camera's still on. And because you fucking laughed at that, we're teetering on the brink of extinction right now. This world, like we have fucking UFOs in the sky and the northeastern seaboard just terrorizing people. Or they might be drones, we're not quite sure. But because of you, we're this close to an intergalactic war with aliens and nuclear destruction because of you, because you laughed at Philip Burnell. Philip Burnell could have prevented all of this in some weird alternate reality dimension if you hadn't laughed at it. But because you laughed at it, at him, you started this bizarre Mandela effect that separated us into this separate timeline. The singularity happened, and we got separated into this alternate timeline, and now we're here dealing the consequences of the repercussions of laughing at DSP. Because he did nothing wrong. He did everything correct.
How
Okay?
stupid people are on the fucking internet. Because this is what you did. You made a joke out of everything.
Because it's the
You know-
internet. I mean, like, I'm sorry, my guy,
Here
but
we are
like,
in the
it's the
modern
internet.
day, and I get approached by a scammer, all right? And I tell you guys about it.
And we don't care. We don't care that you got approached by a scammer.
And
Like, only an idiot would have gotten scammed. I'm sorry, like, if I remember correctly, like, this scammer is pretty obvious it was a scammer. Like, I think one person got scammed or something.
thankfully, some people did listen. You know, I'm happy that some people listened, and hopefully this helped avoid some people having their businesses, their livelihoods, their YouTube channels messed up. I really hope it did. But if I were
Darn, they might have had to make a new YouTube channel, guys. Okay, like, you don't get how hard it is to make another YouTube channel. Okay, even though if they're actually pretty decently popular, they can get that sub count back up to normal numbers that it was before in no time, and just tell his fans to go over to this new YouTube channel, and it would be back up to normal anyway. But you guys just don't understand, okay? Their livelihoods are ruined because they didn't listen to DSP. Even though I don't ever remember DSP mentioning this at all before this point in time, but he's claiming he did.
were anywhere near as big as I used to be, and people actually took me seriously rather than, oh, it's that guy, that joke on the internet.
Lord.
You have done that yourself.
I need to get this as like a sound clip or something. I need to start getting a soundboard. Just spamming this the whole
You have
fucking
done
time.
that yourself.
You have done that yourself, sir. You have done that. No one else did that shit.
That everyone makes fun of.
You are the reason you're not nearly as popular as you once were. No one else. You are the reason you're a lolcow right now. No one else.
Probably I would have helped a lot more people. Do you understand?
No, you would.
So you
how?
got your lols for a decade, but now people have lost their livelihood.
Again, on the brink of nuclear destruction, on the brink of alien invasion because of you. We got fucking drones in the sky. They might be UFOs. They're about to abduct all of us and prod our asses, okay? Probe our asses. Because of you. Because you laughed at this fucking asshole. Your fault. Sorry. Nuclear winter is coming. Winter
Could have
is
helped them,
coming.
but you don't care. Well, maybe
But you don't
in the scope
care.
of things, you're the insignificant person who doesn't matter. Did you ever think about that?
See, he's turning it on you. You're the asshole, not me. I'm not the asshole. I'm not the asshole. You're the asshole.
Because you got to laugh for a decade at me? And, you know, at
Oh,
my
I'm
expense,
laughing.
right?
I am
You fuck
laughing,
stuff
my
up.
guy.
You get it? Like, I could have been someone to help people with this kind of stuff.
I could have been the next Markiplier. I could have been Moist Critical. I could have been the guy. I could have been the guy, the Moist Critical guy. And every time there was this big news, I could have brought it up and like, yo guys, this is Moist Critical DSP here. And I just wanted to bring this to your attention because this is really fucked up. And no one would ever have laughed at me. But that's not the case anymore because I'm DSPGaming and you guys fucked up because you laughed at me. Okay? I could have been there. I could have been Mr. Mitoker. I could have been Moist Critical. But I'm not. I'm not. And it's your fault, okay? Because you laughed at me when I was fapping. And it's all your fault because you chose to make me a laughing clown of the internet.
I would have liked to. I was at one point. But you just had to laugh. Well,
You
now
had
people have
to.
lost their
You
livelihood
had to
and their YouTube
fucking
channels. Is
laugh.
it funny?
You want to see how I got these scars? Let's put a smile on that face. This
Are
is
you laughing?
insane.
What if it was you?
Come
Ha.
on.
And it's your fault.
What if it was you? Ha! I would have handled it a lot better than you have. If it was me. Philip, I had a thread on Kiwi Farms in 2017, Phil. I did. Okay, this is not me making this shit up. I had a thread on Kiwi Farms in 2017 because I was a furry, because I was transgender, and I had a Twitter. I had a Twitter, a public Twitter, and I posted some pictures of me being a furry or whatever. And because I was trans, I had some normal pictures of just me transitioning, whatever. And that was all it took to get me a Kiwi Farms on, a thread on Kiwi Farms. Okay, and I handled it a lot better than you. And guess what? That thread is long dead. No one has commented on it since 2017 because I handled it better than you. I didn't make a YouTube channel and start crying about it, Phil. So there are better ways to handle that shit and not come out like a fucking joke on the internet. Also, because I wasn't really making a whole lot of content to begin with either. So, I mean, I think that kind of helped too. But
blame any of you out there who just thought, let's make Phil the butt of the joke just to get a rise today and do this meme on the internet. It's your fault. Directly.
Just to get a rise out of him. Yeah, that's the only reason why he became who he is now, is because we just wanted to get a rise out of him.
Directly, it's directly your fault.
Directly.
You thought it was okay to try to destroy.
People are dead because of you. Because you laughed at this fucking asshole.
Someone.
People are dead now.
They're public, they're
gone.
Reputation,
Their
opinion about them.
Never coming back.
Funny.
They are
no other reason
ghosts
to do it.
right
You just
now.
thought it was funny.
Haunting someplace.
Instead, you thought in your
because
own
of
little
you.
brainless mouth drooler
Because you laughed.
that the memes
Because
on
your
the internet
mouth
and laughing
drooler.
at them is more important than big picture shit.
Because memes.
So all during
Damn
this
it.
time frame, when the YouTube ad
Because this is how you don't play.
and I had concrete data to show what was going on, everyone ignored me. During the
Concrete data to show people about what? What was the concrete data about, sir?
laughing at them is more important than big picture shit.
Okay.
So all during this time frame when the YouTube adpocalypse was happening.
Oh, the YouTube apocalypse that was happening when everyone else knew the YouTube apocalypse was happening and had long since abandoned YouTube to go to Twitch. But you were the last person to know about it, and you decided to hang on for dear life on YouTube instead of jumping over to Twitch. When you could have jumped over to Twitch and have been way bigger and blown up, but you refused to do so. And because you refused to do so, you ended up staying on YouTube and sticking back to YouTube for another 4 or 5 years, I think. And then eventually he went over to Twitch full time then. But you were an idiot. And by the point in time when you learned the YouTube ad apocalypse was happening, everyone else already knew about that. Everyone else already left. They already abandoned ship. You were the dumbass captain, because he definitely thinks he's the captain of YouTube. I can guarantee you that. He was the dumbest captain. He's like, I'm going down with the ship, guys. And then 5 years later, he swims up to the surface from the ocean. You're like, fuck that shit. YouTube sucks now. I'm going over to Twitch. When it's way too late because the Twitch boats are already full and floating off in the distance. Oh my god, this is insanity.
And I had concrete data to show what was going on. Everyone ignored me during the time.
Because everyone already knew about it. Phil, everyone already knew. You were the last person to know. It's like September 30th, 2001. And he finally gets his newspaper telling him 9/11 happened, right? And he's like, guys, did you hear? This horrible thing happened to the Twin Towers at 9/11. It happened. Oh my God. And everyone else already knew about it. But he thinks that he's the one who broke the news to the internet when everyone else already knew about it. Everyone else already knew about it, Phil.
time frame when YouTube was cracking down on copyright issues on YouTube, and everyone was having their videos content ID match, and I had all the data because I had tens of thousands of videos, and I could help people. People
I
ignored
had all the data.
all these times when things could have been
because I mass flooded YouTube servers with tens of thousands of videos because I was so scummy and decided to deal in these scummy business practices of quantity over quality. I could have told you that shit was going down because I'm the scumbag. My scumbaggedness could have saved everyone, but you didn't listen to me.
helped out or better. But, you know,
me being a scumbag could have came in handy for once. God damn it.
In 2016, and he plays WWE champions, right?
It was more than just those two things, brother. Way more than just those two things.
All right?
It's
so,
all made up.
In truth,
we just made all these random lies because he's the guy. It's like that one South Park episode where it's like they randomly chose Britney Spears to be the next sacrifice. So they randomly decide to point and laugh and deride and the paparazzi to just follow her endlessly to make her go insane and kill herself because she's the next sacrifice, right? So it's like that, but with DSP. But DSP's too stupid to kill himself, so we're just waiting for it to go. And our crops are failing, and alien invasion could happen because he hasn't killed himself. Well, actually, maybe I shouldn't say that, but he hasn't Minecrafted himself because we need a sacrifice, damn it, to the gods.
Sorry for me, I'm about to drop a little holiday truth bomb on everyone.
Oh,
right?
The truth is coming out now. I gotcha. And no, I don't want him to die. Don't take that out of fucking context or anything, obviously.
This one? If I never existed...
Oh, he's been drinking a lot. You can tell he's just drinking a lot here.
If I had never made a YouTube video, if I never had any prominence on the internet, if I had never bothered turning on a camera, pointing at a TV... and
the world would be a lot better place. I can guarantee you it probably would be a lot better place. Yeah. Okay.
Really stupid commentary. If I had never
really stupid, yeah, you admit it.
Videos, all right? Here's the truth. Tons of people never would have been YouTubers. Tons of content...
No. That
never would have been made. People wouldn't have been inspired to do what they did. And
I mean, if you're talking about detractors, maybe, but no one else.
The world would be
yeah, I keep hitting it. Sorry.
A very different place. Okay,
if I never different place. A very boring place.
A lot of positive things never would have happened on this planet, whether directly or indirectly as a result of my actions.
My brother in Christ, on this planet. Not even on YouTube, on this motherfucking planet. There wouldn't be a well in Africa that the Sons of Kojima has donated to charity to help build. On this fucking planet, my guy. You are not that important. I guarantee you're not that important. You have not inspired people to start creating shit on YouTube. You really haven't. Unless you're talking about Darziak or any of your other fucking... What's his name? Captain Alex. You've inspired some dents to start making their own content. So if we're talking about a small handful of mentally challenged people to make their own content, well, congratulations. You made 10 or 15 dumbasses fucking make their own content. That's it, Phil. You were not the only motherfucker on YouTube at the time. And it was an inevitability that people would start creating their own content on YouTube anyway, even if they didn't have a role model like DSP to do it. So this is all moot and irrelevant. This is all wrong, Phil. The ego this dumbass has. And look at his fucking face right now, too. I'm telling you the truth, guys. Honestly, I am Jesus Christ superstar right now. And if people did not follow me and create their own content because I inspired them, I'm the only person who was ever on YouTube. Literally, YouTube was empty before I got here. right? There was no Angry Video Game Nerd. There was a bunch of other people that were around at that time that were making content, and I was just one of them. No. I was the only motherfucker.
My existence has actually prominently impacted the internet and life.
Can you back that up with a source, sir? I demand evidence. This is the court of law. You need to substantiate your bogus claims with some kind of evidence. Well, just believe me. Take my word for it. I influenced a lot of people. I'm actually like king influencer. Mr. Beast would not exist without me. Markiplier, Tobuscus, PewDiePie, they would not exist without me. Because he's mentioned that before. He claimed that PewDiePie would not be famous at all if it was not for DSP. Just because PewDiePie watched him at one point in time. Because I guess like he wasn't even a fan. He just like occasionally watched him once or twice. I'm like, I guarantee you PewDiePie would still be where he is or where he was even without you, Phil. He wasn't just watching you. He was watching other people. He did not get inspired by you because I'm pretty sure he was already pretty big when he was watching you. It's not like he wasn't making content when he was watching you. He was already making content when he was watching you. So, no.
Frankly, all right? And I'm happy and proud of that fact, that at least my existence...
Greed. I would say greed is probably his worst of the 7 deadly sins, although he basically encompasses almost every one of the 7 deadly sins. Well, maybe gluttony, because you can be glutton for money too, right? So it's like maybe gluttony, but I would say greed would probably be more. Although pride is really strong too, obviously. I would say greed though.
On the internet has had a positive impact on so many. All those people who made negative memes about me for the last decade to get a joke, to get a laugh, literally if those people never existed, they'd have zero impact on anything.
That's not true at all. Again, I already said in this video or in the stream, not 15 minutes ago, that detractors have donated way more money than Phil ever has. Oh, ever did. No. Phil has never donated any money to charity that we can prove. He has not proven that he has donated any money to charity and has actually said the opposite, that he doesn't donate money to charity. So, detractors in general have donated money to charity, have helped people significantly with Extra Life, with multiple charity auctions and options and stuff like that. They have positively influenced people. Philip cannot say the same. Yeah, you've made a couple mentally challenged people's lives happier for you existing, Phil. You've made their day, their decade, whatever. I'll give you that. You've made people's lives happier. Very simple, mentally challenged people, but still people. You have made people happy. You have made people's lives, I don't even want to say for the better, because it wasn't really for the better, because you're going to have mentally challenged people. You're going to have these dents thinking it's okay to act the way DSP is acting. And that's not a good lesson to give these people, because a lot of these people are underdeveloped mentally, autistic, or just younger, right? So they're still developing mentally in one way or another. So like, but you have made their life happier. They are happier with you in their lives. I will give you that. But you have not made anyone's lives better financially. You have not donated anything to charity whatsoever. And DSP is definitely the perk. I can't even talk anymore. DSP is definitely the kind of asshole who donates furniture and his garbage to Goodwill and thinks that constitutes as donating to charity. I guarantee you he does. He has like just, well, this is all my garbage. here, goodwill, here you go. I'm doing a good thing and giving back to my community by giving goodwill all my garbage that I don't want so that they can resell for more money than it's worth. And that's me donating to charity. I guarantee you he thinks that. But no, detractors have given way more back to the community and society in whole than you ever will. Not just with charity campaigns and charity auctions and stuff like that, but they also have fucking jobs. I mean, I think the vast majority, like 90, it's more than 90%, like 94% of detractors have jobs outside of YouTube, Phil. They're not fucking unemployed. They have jobs. They have families, actual families, not just a cat. So it doesn't matter what job it is. It could be the shittiest job in the world. A detractor could have like a job working in a fucking gas station. They are still contributing more to society from them working that job than you ever will currently. You do realize that, right? They are giving back to the community by working. Meanwhile, you're over here fucking postponing your 15th fucking taxes that are due for another fucking year. Okay? So, no, you're 100% fucking wrong. You do not know detractors personally. You don't know what they do for a job. You don't know. You clearly don't know that they've donated to charity and had charity auctions. I mean, Tevin alone is probably responsible for close to like hundreds of thousands of dollars that are donated to charity when he does his like extra life, and other detractors also join his extra life, whatever it's called thing. Like his like they make groups in like the extra life thing, and all that money added up is probably a lot of money. And like, if we want to argue it, like Tevin has done more for society and for than you ever will, clearly. So yeah, no, you're just wrong 100% of the time. Like in this is just insane.
0.
Wrong.
The whole mentality of this groupthink nonsense is just that.
But it's not groupthink, you dumbass. I'm sorry, I'm getting annoyed now. I'm getting legitimately annoyed. You're assuming it's groupthink because everyone hates you, but you're never like really understanding that maybe you really are just that much of an asshole. You know what I mean? It's like, maybe, it's like, it's that Principal Skinner meme. It really is that Principal Skinner meme. Like, am I so out of touch? Am I so much of an asshole that the entire world hates me? No, it's the entire world that's wrong, not me. They're all the groupthink fucking psychos out there, not me. It really is
nonsense. Oh, jokes on for joke's sake, and it's all just jokes. Yeah, but at what expense? What did you do? You fucked with the fabric of how things worked.
You fucked with the fabric of space-time continuum. The space-time... The reality of space and time, as we know it, is collapsing. What, did you watch an episode of Doctor Who? What the fuck?
Because you wanted to have a memeable existence for 10 fucks.
Because you wanted to make fun of this asshole. You have fucked with the very reality. The fabric of fucking reality as we know it, motherfucker. I was supposed to be the guy. I was supposed to be the hero of mankind. And I would have been in a position to save mankind if it wasn't for you meddling fucking kids. What the fuck?
Fucking years. You know? You guys you're out of your minds, but again...
You're out of your minds! You crazy hooligans! What the fuck?
The mirror, and you don't want to acknowledge that.
How can you sleep at night, you filthy peasants? What the fuck?
You sat on the internet for 10 years, turning DSP into a joke.
Oh, we gotta do it. Hold on. I'm terrible at this. Oh, I gotta cut this.
You have done that yourself.
just gonna play this 5 seconds. Hold on.
You have done that yourself.
One more time.
You have done that yourself.
All right. Oh, I don't want that. Go away. Although that would be not more useful doing it that way, but whatever.
But what have you done with yourself? Right? These people who are full-time DSP.
What have you done? No one's a full-time DSP detractor. You. Oh my God. See, he's talking about duty, right? He's obviously talking about duty because that's all he ever fucking talks about. So he sees duty. He sees that duty is basically semi-retired or fully retired and doesn't actually have a job anymore because he's retired. He doesn't need a fucking job. And so duty just does this as like a hobby and makes some money off of it because he was monetized, right? And he instantly assumes that every other detractor is just like duty. Every other detractor doesn't have a job. They're unemployed when that's the furthest thing from the truth. The vast majority of detractors do actually have fucking jobs. They don't actually do this 24/7. They make like 1 or 2 videos a day at most, if even that. Like, I've seen some detractors that like just do like 1 or 2 videos or streams a fucking week, and that's it. That's not full time, Phil. It really isn't.
DSP detractors, who would they be without me? In a day when I decide not to turn on my camera or not to broadcast, they have nothing to do in life.
In life, my guy. In life,
they actually depend on me for them to have some kind of a meaningful existence.
Oh my God.
Get it? So
it just keeps getting worse and worse. Like, you are not the reason why I exist, Phil. I don't get up in the morning because I can shit on DSP for another day. They have lives outside the internet, Phil. Unlike you. I think that's what he don't get. That's what he doesn't get. He spends his entire life online. So he assumes that everyone else does the same thing. And that's the furthest thing from the case. They have families. They have boyfriends, girlfriends, wives, husbands, kids. Phil, that's who they get up for in the morning. Their families, their jobs. They do this as a hobby to have fun. With the exception of like 1 or 2% of detractors who actually do this as a job, which is a very small percentage of all detractors, by the way. They have other things going on in their lives. Even if they do it for a job, they still have other things going on in their lives, though. So that's even irrelevant. We could throw that out the window. This smug asshole thinks he really has us with this one. He's like, ooh, I really gave it to them this time. I'm the reason you guys fucking exist. Not really. Like, I don't know any detractor who takes detracting this seriously. DSP takes detractors more seriously than detractors take detracting. If that makes sense. Like, DSP takes detracting way more seriously than any detractor ever has. Like, to us, it's just a fun, silly hobby that we do, right? No one takes detracting this fucking seriously. It's not our end-all, be-all reason for fucking existing, Phil. I have a job outside of this. I have a boyfriend. I have a family. I have pets. Phil. Actually, I don't want to have pets. My bad. I used to have pets. But Philip, like, I have a life outside of you. And guess what? If you disappeared tomorrow, they would just move on to a different lolcow to make fun of. Because it's fun for them to do. And those other lolcows also deserved it. By the stupid shit they continue to do. By them refusing to learn from their mistakes. By their terrible actions that they have done. They would go watch Foodie Booty or Amberlynn Reed or fucking Cyrax or JF. Oh no, what's his name? King Cobra. They would watch someone else, Phil. You're not the only lolcow out there. You're not the reason anyone exists, ever. You're not even the reason your wife exists. You don't give your wife a reason to exist. She has her own shit going on. She doesn't even love you, Phil. It's pretty clear by anyone watching you interact with your wife on those streams that she does not like you. She doesn't even like being touched by you, Phil. Jesus Christ. It's not pride, it's ego. His ego has grown to such massive amounts. And this is, in a way, Kino Casino's fault. It really is. Because Kino Casino is responsible for telling Phil it's okay to remove the mask. It's okay to be yourself. And look where we are. His ego, his head is swollen to such a fucking insane amount that he can't even walk anymore. His head is just crushing his entire body. This is insane. To think that anyone outside of Philip Burnell himself lives for Philip Burnell. It's like, and he doesn't even like himself. He's admitted multiple times how he has depression and he has to drink himself silly at night just to go to sleep and shit. So it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? No one takes detracting that seriously.
As much of a joke that you wanted to make me out to be for 10 years, but you wanted to think about what
You have done that yourself.
might have happened in the last 10 years if I was actually able to add.
You wouldn't have done anything differently, Phil. You never learned from your mistakes. We all know this. Because you had an honest, like, how many second chances has this motherfucker had? How many times has he been given a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance, when most people don't even get as many second chances as he has gotten, and he has never benefited from these second chances? Any other person would have benefited from one of these second chances. Oh, some really famous big name YouTuber shouts him out, doesn't benefit from it. Kino Casino gives him an actual platform and tries to, like, reach out to him and tries to help him, doesn't benefit from it, doesn't take advantage of it, doesn't change for the better. Never. Not him.
To interesting topics, actually be respected from.
So he would never have changed for the better. He wouldn't have done anything differently if you go back in time. If he were to go back in time and try to tell his younger self he has to change and do this and that, his younger self wouldn't even listen to him. He's like, get out of here, you fucking old bastard. You're not me. Go away. He wouldn't even listen to his own self.
For my opinions, Gamergate, all these journalistic controversies that have happened that I've been very vocal about.
I don't even remember him talking about Gamergate, to be honest.
I don't like how journalism has handled gaming in the last 10 years, but no one listens to me, right?
Well, maybe if you phrased it in a better way than, these game devs are fucking stupid, they should all fucking die. Like, maybe if you handled it in a more eloquent way than that, maybe people would actually have taken you seriously back then.
All these things that have come to fruition that I predicted would happen, and they have.
He's a prophet now. My bad, guys. I didn't realize I was talking to a fucking prophet. What? Did you like watch David Wilcock and like learn all the bad negative things from that guy? Because, like, I don't know whose fucking ego is worse, David Wilcock or this guy. Jesus Christ.
Gaming now is all so fucking milquetoast and done just for the money because people just take back.
No, there's still a lot of good games out now. I don't know what you're talking about, Phil.
Bags and run and get paid sponsorships and shit like that. How the biggest YouTuber is Mr. Beast, the fakest motherfucker on the planet who just exploits children left and right. These are things I called out a decade ago. Get it? I did. I predicted all this would fucking happen.
Again, Mr. Prophet over here.
But everyone just wanted to laugh at DSP for a decade.
No one, like, you couldn't have stopped it anyway. Like, even if we take him at his word here that he actually did predict all this, it wouldn't have stopped anything. How are you going to stop people like Mr. Beast without infringing on their rights? You know what I mean? It's like, first of all, he's making it seem like Mr. Beast is some kind of like fucking super villain when he's not. yeah, he's kind of a douchebag and he takes advantage or whatever, blah blah blah. But like, how would you have stopped him if people even took you seriously? Which I'm sure there was some that took you seriously. But like, even if people did take you seriously, what could you have done to have stopped that kind of thing? Right? You wouldn't. No one would have been able to do anything about it anyway, without taking away people's rights.
Okay. Good for you. I hope you like the present. I hope you're enjoying the existence of, how everything went in culture on the internet.
Everything went in culture online.
All the shit. I hope you like where you are.
I hope you like the fucking UFO drones that's about to fucking annihilate all of us, Independence Day style, and the nuclear threat of destruction that's about to happen in World War III. Because it's all your fucking fault. I could have fixed everything if it wasn't for you fucking meddling detractors. God damn it.
Right now. And all
What
of you
the
who are
fuck?
so dependent on me to get any kind of attention for yourself,
Who's dependent on you, Phil? Like, most detractors I will see doing gameplay streams as like de-stress or detoxified streams. Well, they will stream fucking playing video games or just reacting to random shit online that isn't DSP, and they're still doing just as well as when they restream DSP, sometimes even better. You go look at Detractor Beam, and like, granted, I'm not the biggest fan of one of the two people on Detractor Beam, but like, you go look at Detractor Beam, and they'll have streams where they're like talking about random shit and reacting to random shit, not DSP related content, and they'll do better on those streams than they do on when they do streams reacting to your pre-stream. They're doing better than when they cover you, Phil. Because guess what? Most detractors are more entertaining than you. I would argue all of them are more entertaining than Phil. But like, they are. Because like, I mean, and if you're going by numbers alone or whatever, I mean, I feel like a lot of detractors are probably higher numbers than you too. So it's like, shut the fuck up.
I hope you like the fact that you have to be a DSP parasite for the rest of your fucking
DSP parasite. What up, DSP parasite for life?
existence, because you have no actual value on this planet outside
No value on this planet. Motherfucker is fucking projecting like crazy.
of sucking blood from me. You're nothing
I don't know if I want to suck any blood from you.
but a mosquito.
That's some
and
toxic
one day,
shit.
You're gonna get swatted.
You're gonna get swatted, dear. Just smack that mosquito away, dearie.
Okay. I gotta go.
Wait, so does that mean he's actually gonna call SWAT, like a SWAT strike on us, or what? Or is he referring to where he's, oh, I would sue you guys all if I could? Is he referring to that?
A couple shout outs to do, and then we're gonna end the show. We don't have time to do the Steam year in review now. It took too long. Okay?
I took too long spouting my incredible bullshit and flexing my ego. Sorry.
All right. Ours you the dollar tip.
How fucking insane is that? That is wild, man. The ego this asshole has is unprecedented.